topical issue once more, and the topic is puppeteer and marionette system in our society. I'm talking about this because I have seen situations where the most intelligent people are moved by circumstances and things that deal with media effect, in that you find them acting in a manner that is not congruent to what the society see them or where the society places them. First, I'd like to start by talking of media. And a medium is anything that is bridging two places, or a communication passage, so that one is able to get something from the other side, a sender to the receiver, and maybe from the receiver back to the sender. So that is a media. When we talk of that, media can be electronic media, it can be verbal, it can be pictorial, it comes in different varied forms. Even people and situations, occasions, and some organizations that we assemble together. The speakers and we, the listeners, when we speak, that communication, the message moving from them to us and us to them, has that impact. That is still a media. Electronic media in the present society has had effects in that it has changed lives positively through education, negatively sometimes through criminal activities that are within that media, and sometimes it has altered behavior in that people are triggered to situation in a certain manner that was not common in that area. By this I refer to, like presently we have soap operas from other countries. You find now the person's life is changed. Most of the activities, the behavior, follows that of what he's been watching. There are also medias, things that happen in that you find they are affecting the way a person lives, changes completely. A way a person acts, a way a person interrelates with other people. By media, I'm talking of communication, because in the beginning, according to the religious books, when the universe was created, the earth was created, there is a media of communication that we have with our Creator. It is through prayers, something linking us. And sometimes He also links to us by the Spirit, the way we feel. In life generally now we have different media stations, and each station is competing for the listener. There are times when we are too much occupied that the media starts having an addictive effect on us. So we find that times of having to program our mind to think our own things get interfered with by what is coming through the media throughout. There have been speculations that there has been a great advancement in technology. There are some waves that some people purport that are able to affect our mental status through different wavelengths. Sometimes these wavelengths are released into the atmosphere. That is what they purport. What do we say? A thought of what may be happening. And these wavelengths may be able to affect our thinking, may be able to make us excited, may be able to make us depressed. And if such a wavelengths are also used through the communication media, they are able to, in a hypnotizing manner, be able to align people to a certain thinking. You've seen the times when a drug is advertised, and when it is staged so well, after that advertisement, you feel, if it's a headache, like you're having a headache, you want that thing. If it's food, it is staged in that after that advertisement, you feel, I should have that right now. But the others, they say, may interfere with our judgment, so that you find the judgment you've made is not the judgment that you would have wanted. Electronic media, that is. There is also the other media that we have through powerful speakers, religious speakers, and you find is hypnotizing in manner. I'm taking an example of a leader in Germany, Hitler. I would sometimes watch the speeches, the way he would talk to people. And after talking to people, the people would be totally left convinced that whatever he was saying was the way to go. Some were ready to lose their lives after that speech. So as we look to media, we should know that media can affect us positively, affect us negatively. There has always been that saying that we watch the media our children watch to find out if it may be able to impact on them negatively. But I've also come to find out that whatever we watch may impact on us negatively or positively. Most of the time, we rely on electronic media. Some people suggest that it's always good to take a break, sometimes have a day without, or have some session without, so that you are able to tune up your mind, have ideas that are yours, not media generated. It also talks of sparing some time to have personal communication through the medium of prayer or meditation to your Creator. This is something that we have left in that nowadays when you ask people to brainstorm, mostly what they'll give you is from the media. Those independent minds, independent thinking has been hampered with. So it's a high time we check the kind of media we get engaged with. Political, theater, drama, and some people engage in watching things that may be scary, and it builds up in them. Some people have become psychopaths from what they have been seeing. So this has come because of that. We have to be on the watch out on what is happening. Sometimes when rumors are generated, especially in the science field, there may be something. One has to know, can there be waves that are generated to hamper one's thinking or to direct one in a certain direction? Because others are saying that there are some things that are bipolar, something like bipolar, that happens, that is a disorder in somebody. But there may be some behavior that are bipolar-like that may be generated by manipulation of certain wavelengths in their brain. Targeted manipulation. So it's a difficult time. It's difficult because the science issues, the hypothesis, the imagination, and the reality sometimes may interconnect. There are times when you can be told something you think is a rumor and you realize it's actually happening. Just like in the case of the mind control, in the case of psychic effects, because I believe also psychic communication or interrelation is wavelength generated. So we should look at this when you have problems that you find your mind is trained in a certain perspective. Can it be generated naturally, generated electronically, or can it be a mental problem? I'm suggesting that from what I've heard, from what I've read about mental health and whatever, there are times we take breaks so that we detach the electronic media. We sometimes have things that were done always the traditional way. You have games, some games that are physical. You have communication, sometimes just without electronic media interference, to enhance the ability of the mind to work on its own too, so that we can generate what we have seen on the media, and we can also be able to generate what has come from our mind. I'm not an expert in that area, but I thought it wise that we can be able to share so that we be able to react, be able to withstand, be able to have good mental health by having an electronic fast once in a while. That is my take for now.